Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Manners Matter online videos. My name is Jacqueline Hendricks, the creator of this class for my Girl Scout Gold Award, and today we are going to be doing what could be the final day of your class if you are not hosting the tea party at the end of the week, and we are going to be going over table manners and how to behave in a restaurant. Now, I did this on the last day before the tea party, so that way setting the table for their guest was fresh in the kids' mind. So the first thing you're going to do is show them this picture. Before you show them this, you could ask them, what are some examples of table manners that you think are important to do at the dinner table? And then based off of that, you can show them the picture and explain ones they might not have gotten, such as staying in your seat, eating your vegetables, being grateful for the meal, no elbows. All of these things are important, and they should know that each one of these should be done when you eat at the table. What is your favorite restaurant? I just went and asked them so everyone could hear, what's your favorite restaurant, and then got their answers. I didn't write anything like that. And then ask them why. Like, a lot of them just say it's really good food, but then you could relate it back to the picture. My favorite is Texas Roadhouse. So if you say, when you go to Texas, do you yell or do you use your inside voice? Or, do you complain about the food, or do you, be grateful for it? So you can kind of relate your favorite restaurant back to that picture. You're going to show them this chart, and this has pretty much everything you would need to know about eating at the dinner. Greetings, how to chew your food, table etiquette. Everything you need is on this chart right here, so you can show it to them, and this could be kind of used as the basis for the whole lesson. Food manners, there's a whole bunch, 22 different ones. It's kind of like the 23 manners from the last class. You don't have to go over every single one, but they're just some of the big points. Say excuse me if you burp, never eat with food in your mouth, place your napkin in your lap, everything like this. They're just basic food manners that you should show. So the next is an activity, and I made them do this a few times because during the tea party, I wanted them to set the table for their guests and for themselves, so they would have to do it twice. So it was important for them to understand exactly how to set the table. Now, we didn't have every single one of these, but I just had the basics. So you can bring in plastic silverware, dishes, paper napkins, and you can use the error analysis pictures on page 13 in the appendix, which we will go over in just a second. So you're going to teach them about how to set the table. I gave each kid a fork, a spoon, napkin, a big plate, and a saucer for the cup. And you're going to need a cup as well. So this is a basic picture about how this goes. We had the fork on the left, the knife with the blade facing towards the plate, and a spoon on the right side. Didn't have the dessert spoon or the fork. So it was just these basics here. Error analysis pictures, these are what they look like, page 13 in the appendix. So I took everything that we were going to give the kids and I put it on a place, and I made pictures each with one thing wrong in them. So for example, this first one, the plate and the cup are switched places. So they should be with the cup on the right and the plate on the left. This picture over here, the cup and the plate are in the right spot. However, the fork and the spoon were switched. So the fork should be on the left and the spoon should be on the right. And the final picture, you may be like, well, what's wrong with it? It's a little error. This knife blade is facing the wrong direction. Again, the knife blade should be facing towards the plate, not outside. Now, the napkin should be placed on top of the plate, but that's just how I set it up in these pictures. I made them put everything back on the big plate and then had them race to see who could set it up the fastest. So that way it was more of a competition and getting the right steps in. After that was the tea party practice. We had them go twice, one time being the guest and one time being the person that brought the guest. So they each got to pull out the chair for their guest and set their table. We just did a little mock tea party, and they had to enter, so they had to walk them in and pull out their chair, push in their chair, and set their table. And then they got to use their cups, putting your napkin in your lap when you first sit down. And the last activity for today is the thank you notes. So you're gonna need paper, glue, scissors, and the template on page 14. So they're gonna cut out the template and then make a thank you note for the guests they brought to the tea party. So I just wrote it in for them, but you could have them do it however you want. But this is just a basic little saying, thank you for coming. We hope you had fun watching us use our manners, with a little pink teacup. You could have them write it on their own, have them cut out both of these and glue it on construction paper, really however you want. You could even change up the saying, but this is just what I had them do. I had them cut this box out and then this teacup, and then they could glue it however they wanted on their piece of construction paper. So it was colored, it was fun. They got to color, add pictures and designs and put glitter, whatever they wanted. So make sure that you kind of review what should be on it. You know, thank you for coming to whatever event. So if it was a birthday party, say thank you for coming to my birthday party, and then make it kind of personal. So especially for a birthday party, you know, say thank you for getting me, you know, a gift card to so-and-so. And a lot of kids don't write thank you notes nowadays, but it's still an important part of mannerisms. And then lastly, the week-long activity, the My Good Manners chart, page number 6. And you just have them check all these things by the end of the week, have their parents sign on this line, and then turn it in. I gave them a prize when they turned it in, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So this was the table manners and restaurant session. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the videos to come.